What's up guys, Mark here, back with another video, and in this video I thought I'd run you through what's in my dock for September 2012. I figure I could do these videos every few months just to keep you updated on what I'm using on a daily basis. So this will just be a rundown of what I'm currently using, and feel free to leave comments about what you're currently using. If you'd like links to any of the apps that I show, then just leave a comment and I'll add them to the video description, rather than just adding a link to every single app that I have down here. So let's crack on with this. So first of all, I've got the Finder here. Now Mac users will obviously be very familiar with this. It's just a navigation system. Windows users, this is pretty much like Windows Explorer. That's the equivalent, so it just allows you to browse through the files that you have stored on your Mac. Next we have Launchpad. Now I'll be perfectly honest, I don't use Launchpad. I do have the gesture configured because I have a Magic Trackpad, but I'll be honest, I don't use Launchpad at all really. I used it in my first video just because Parallels was there, but I really don't see the point, because why not just click your applications folder or Spotlight? It's much faster. I could probably find the app faster by just typing it in Spotlight, so I don't tend to use this. I mean, it's a cool idea, you can make folders and stuff, so I've got somewhere I have an Adobe folder there with all the Adobe apps in, but again, I just did that because I could. I probably won't actually get any benefit out of it. So go back to the desktop. Next, I have MacLock here. Now what this does is you click this. I won't do it in case it mucks up the screen capture, but you click this and the screen will rotate round and you'll be presented with your logon screen. So it's like locking a Windows PC, and then you type your password back in, the screen will swivel back and you'll be back at your desktop. So I use this if I'm going away from my machine but I don't want to turn it off. Saves you having to wait for the screensaver to come on, because obviously they're password protected. So I do use this quite a bit. The App Store. Now obviously this has been included with OS X since Snow Leopard 10.6.6. I use this a fair bit. I like to see what's new and noteworthy, as they call it. I like to check out the latest free apps, see if I can find anything useful that can help me in my daily tasks. And also I like to find trials of apps that maybe I didn't think I'd get anything out of, and then if I find that I actually get quite a lot out of the app, then it will mean I'm more likely to buy it in the long run. So as I say, I do use this quite a bit. Obviously there are other ways to get apps from the internet. Obviously if you own Mountain Lion, you'll have to configure that in security to allow you to run any apps that you want from the internet. I don't promote piracy, so obviously that's your choice if you don't wish to pay for the apps. But things like £3, £4.99, I don't see the big deal there. Hackstore is, as you can tell by the name, like the App Store, but it's just software that wasn't approved for the App Store or is available on the net for free, and this just puts it in a centralized location. So as you can see, there's iTunes down here, and Sparrow is there, and Google Music Manager. So it's apps that you could go on the internet and Google and find, BitTorrent, but this just puts them all in a easy to find location. Now as you can see from this banner right here, no piracy apps here forever and ever, so this isn't a way to get your apps from the App Store for free, which is a common misconception with the Hackstore. Mail, I use the standard Mail client on OS X. I think since Lion I've loved the Mail client. I think it was Mail 4. Snow Leopard was alright, but I really like Lion's with the iOS-esque look and feel to it. I used Outlook 2011 for a bit and it was alright. Then I have my internet browsers in order of use. So I've got Safari, Firefox and Chrome. In fact, to tell you what guys, let me just make this a bit bigger just so it's easier for you guys to see. So there we have Safari. Firefox and Chrome, as I say, in the order that I tend to use them. Safari with iCloud tabs syncs with my iPhone and my iPad. Firefox I just use for a change, and obviously Google Chrome syncs with my Google account, which is always handy. Calendar, which used to be called iCal prior to Mountain Lion, obviously just a calendar application, so I have any appointments in there, college deadlines. And as of 10.8.2 it also syncs with your Facebook friends' birthdays, which is handy. Transmission, just a basic torrenting client. There's many out there, BitTorrent, uTorrent, but this is just my personal favourite because it's nice and simple. Handbrake is a video conversion program, so you just whack the video in here and then you choose your output settings, click start, and it will convert away. So I use this to put videos on my iPad for long journeys and such, and you can add them to a queue, so I've queued up whole TV series before and just let it work away, and when I've come back they've all been done. Final Cut Pro, I won't open this up because it takes a while, but I'm going to try and learn Final Cut Pro and use it for my future videos. My first video was done with iMovie because I already knew how to use it, but I'm hoping to transition over to Final Cut Pro purely because it's a superior editor. iTunes just has my music library. Obviously they have this on the Windows side as well. Syncs with my iPad, my iPhone. Obviously you have the iTunes store, so I do tend to purchase quite a bit of music through the iTunes store. It's just a simple way to do it. Spotify, I pay for my Spotify, $4.99 a month with student discount for Spotify Unlimited or Premium, whatever the top one is. So obviously I have this on my phone as well, so I've got my playlists here which I can make offline on my phone, so that's always handy. Aperture I'm using now instead of iPhoto. As you can see there, that's my project, which used to be called Events in, well, is called Events in iPhoto. So as you can see them, all the folders there. These have been repeated, not too sure why. Then we obviously have the photo stream button. This now does have support for shared photo streams as of the latest update for Aperture and iPhoto. So as you can see there, family and friends photos, it's a photo stream that my friends shared with me. So if I double click on that, that's just a picture that he sent me of his iPod. So that's Aperture. Next we have Photo Booth, which obviously just lets you take photos with your webcam. So in case you know, were wondering, there's me. Let's get rid of that. Parallels Desktop. Now my first video was on a Windows 7 installation in Parallels Desktop, so if you were wondering how to do that, then check the video out. Basically it allows you to virtualize an OS inside your current operating system. So as I said, I got Windows 7 in there. You can also install Windows 8, Ubuntu, Fedora, the Chrome OS, and as of the new versions you can also virtualize OS 10, which is nice. VirtualBox does the same thing, but it's free, so it's not as fully featured and, to be honest, isn't as good, which is why it's free. VMware Fusion costs the same as Parallels, about £80, although I didn't pay £80 with my student discount, as you will know if you watched my first video. I personally prefer Parallels, which is why I purchased it. My VMware Fusion is just a trial, as I say, because I just personal preference that Parallels is the one for me. ScreenFlow is what I'm using to record this video, so as you can see, ScreenFlow there, and you can see the little camera icon in my menu bar. Skype, it's quite self-explanatory, most people know what Skype is, but if you don't, allows you to video call others that have a webcam and have Skype enabled on their PC, and you can also use it to call landlines if you have Skype credit. System Preferences is pretty much Control Panel for OS X, so as you can see there, it's just all your settings in there. Then I have my most used CS6 apps. I do have CS6 Master Collection installed, but these are the four that I use most often, which is Dreamweaver, Fireworks, InDesign, and Photoshop. I've slowly moved up. I had CS4, CS5, CS6. CS6 is nice. It's a nice improvement, especially with Photoshop. Some quite neat new features in there over CS 5.5 and 5. VLC is just a simple video playing program. If I just whack this open, drag it across, So as you see there, you just open media, you can browse through a file. I use it to play DVDs because I'm on a Hackintosh. The Apple DVD player doesn't work, so I have to use VLC to watch DVDs, but it works just fine. And obviously you can also watch videos from network and capture straight from a capture device. So I could, in theory, capture from my webcam. So let's just close that out. Get rid of that. And then we have an applications. I have my stacks, so I have applications stack, as you can see there, just in a grid view. And then we have my download stack and my folder for Parallels applications, because obviously I have a Windows 7 virtual machine, so this shows all the applications in Windows. If you click one of these, it will run the virtual machine, it doesn't just window that application. And last but not least, we have the trash. So that's it guys for my dock for this month. I may do this every month, every few months, depending on what you guys want to see. Feel free to leave a video response or some comments. Let me know what you guys use on a regular basis. It'd be interesting to hear what you use day to day for your productivity. Please like, comment, subscribe if you like my videos. It all means a lot, especially when I'm just starting out. And that's it guys, so I will see you in the next one. Cheers, bye bye.